everybody. Hi guys, my name is Christian and with me today is Hazel, my Labradoodle. She's our chief treat tester here at Undique. And yeah, Happy New Year. Sorry, I was running a couple of minutes late. Hazel and we had a little discussion about her salary and she said it's a new year. She wants to get more treats during the show. So we're up to 4 treats in each show now. I hope you don't get too chubby, Hazel, but we're gonna make it work. So I hope you had a great start into the new year. The first part of the show is about premium pet treats made in the US, and then we get into laid in the US. All you see today is made or laid in the United States, except me, but that's okay. And we're gonna talk about quail eggs and all the products we make on our quail farms here. Undique, the brand, I was up to point here. We have a logo somewhere. Up here somewhere. And so the Undique is not just a brand, it's also a network of small farms across the United States. I'm coming to you live today from New Jersey, right outside of New York. We have a farm in upstate New York as well as part of the network, and then down in Louisiana, in Texas, in Florida, in Georgia, in Missouri, in Utah, and I hope I didn't forget anybody. So 14 family farms, all in the United States, are under the umbrella of the Undique brand, and we bring to you great products. Now, if my assistant would like to join me, Hazel, then I show you guys the first product. I keep my eyes here a little bit on the technology. As we are a small business, I don't have any assistants other than my dog, if she's not sleeping there. And she will hopefully help me to show you guys some of our dog treats. Let's get started. In times when it's really freezing or in the summertime when we don't use our lovely quail eggs here, and let me show you that on the big camera here as well. Let's see if technology works. Yes, no, maybe. Here we go. There you are. So those lovely little quail eggs, they come in all shapes and colors, right? When it's too freezing out there, or in the summer when we don't ship as many, or if it's a funny shaped egg and things like that, then we make a food topper out of it. We call it the Quailicious Boost, and so we freeze dry the quail eggs. There's nothing artificial about it other than the packaging. We keep it simple. We want to just preserve the good stuff for you and for your pet, actually. And it's a great food topper. Hazel already had dinner, but let's see if she wants to try a little bit here. Hazel, come here, poo-poo. Yeah, come, treat. So Hazel is on her way. She's our chief treat tester here. You walk a bit funny. Did you make our in the backyard? Tell me. Hazel doesn't like this couch for whatever reason, so I feed her now here on the floor a bit off my hand. You like this? It's a great food topper. We should show the people what it is, huh? There you go. Do you see that here? Nice and golden, right? Yeah, and Hazel gets to that. Yeah, come here, poo-poo. Yeah, you can lick it right off my hand because I have no food to put it on, but it's a food topper, and we got great feedback from our customers. It's for cats, for dogs, for ferrets, so it has all the richness of an entire carton of quail eggs in there. It's freeze-dried, doesn't have a really bad smell or anything. It smells a bit like egg because it is egg, right? But it's quail eggs, and I talk later a little bit more about quail eggs. There's a ton of minerals and vitamins in there. It's a great food topper, and Hazel loves it. Since we talk about food toppers, there is another one we are making, and it's a food topper kind of also treat for senior pets if their teeth are not doing that well anymore. I got inspired for making that by my sister-in-law. She has some older cats, and I'll show you later some dog treats which are nice and crunchy. But older cats, but also older dogs, if their teeth are not the best anymore, but you still want to feed them a treat, then the so-called pet cotton candy is your thing. And I'm going to show you here close up. It has a smell to it. It is dehydrated. Oh my God, I can't talk anymore today. dehydrated quail meat from our quail farms here in the United States. We keep it with the packaging simple. Just says what it is and the ingredients in small print. This packaging suffered here a little bit. That's my demo package. But what it is also in a golden yellow color. I know it's not pet cotton, like real cotton candy. There's no sugar in there. It's not pink or blue. We keep it in a natural yellow. That's just from the quail meat. So it's only a tiny bit processed. It's dehydrated quail meat, and then we make it nice and fluffy. And then we preserve it for your pet. And what you can do, you can make a little clump. Can you see that here? Yeah. A little clump like this for your senior pet if you use it as a treat. Or you just sprinkle a little bit of it over the normal food of your pet. Again, ferret, dog, cat. Don't think a goldfish would like that. Never tried. It's for carnivore, like meat-eating pets, right? So it's a nice fluffy little treat. And if Hazel likes to test that, let's see. Hazel, wanna come up on the couch and get a treat? Come up. Yeah, all the way up. People wanna see you. Yeah, not licking the couch. Up on the couch. Hazel, I know you don't like the couch, but this is a great treat. Hazel, this treat first. Up, please. Not just your paw. You, thank you. Okay. So, Hazel, good girl. We start good into the new year. Huh? Is that a nice treat? Yeah, you stay with me. Yeah, stay, because I need you. And can you clean this off? Thank you so much. My trouser is clean, so she can clean that fluffy stuff off. And now I want to show you guys, you can get that in the bundle. And as it is with bundles, you have a little bit savings. So that's the food topper with the egg and the food topper / treat with the quail meat. Hazel, stay, please. I have more treats. Let's see what else we have. We have also a little tester package here as well. That's a combination. It comes in a pack like that. It's a combination of 1 ounce dehydrated quail meat, 1 ounce of eggshell, really good calcium, and of course cleaned and everything, and 1 ounce of the egg, the freeze-dried egg. Now let's move on to the next thing. While Hazel is not interested, I show you something for your cat. Okay, it's also for dogs, but more for cat play. So let's switch over to the bigger camera here. Oops, did I? No, I didn't. Here we go. Technology. Let's see, guys. So this lovely thing is the wing on the string. Wing on the string, that's the name, and the name is program here. My lovely daughter had the awesome idea to use the quail wings, which are typically not much used in the production of quail meat, as a toy for her cat. Because as you can see, there is not much meat on them, but it's a natural, lovely pet toy, right? And it's safe to play with your cat or dog if you're considering to train your dog to be a bird dog. You know, if you go hunting and the dog needs to learn how to retrieve the bird. But for your cat, because what is the natural instinct? Yeah, hi Hazel. Yeah, hi. Are you interested in that too? Yeah, it is your natural instinct, isn't it? Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Yeah, it's the natural instinct of your cat, right, to play with a bird, because that would be the natural prey of your bird. So now you get the idea. You can play, and if you click on the product, you see some lovely videos of cats playing with that. If you happen to find a stick in your backyard tied on the other end, it's a natural string. And when was it, Hazel? 1 or 2 years ago that you ate 10 of them when I didn't look? Yeah, you did. She pooped a lot of feathers, but she was fine. And I'm happy that my dog is playing with natural toys rather than plastic stuff, because I would be really afraid about that stuff. So natural thing is a good thing. If it gets during the play with your cat or dog a little bit wet, I recommend to let it air dry before you put it back in the packaging, because we want to make sure it's not getting moldy or anything. But that's the wing on the string. Quail wings are not the biggest wings, but it's an awesome product. We package it nicely and safe for you guys. And it comes then straight to your little tiger at home. And yeah, every once in a while when you have a rough play, a feather might come off. That's okay. It's just a feather. Extra fiber if the cats eat it. Eats the feather. And here you are. So that's the wing on the string. Lovely product for cats. Also for dogs. We have training wings as well for dogs in our store. So if you click below and then click on the Undique store. But I'm going to show you later as well where on Amazon you will find that. So cool stuff we have here. Now I need Hazel's assistance again. And therefore I switch to the big camera and take a little sip of water. Sorry guys, doing too much talking here. Please leave me a like or follow if you like what you have seen so far, and if you want to motivate Hazel to come back to the couch. She loves the likes so much. Because I think it does a little bing there on the phone, and then she's like, what's going on? I hope you guys had a great start into the new year. We had an awesome start, and in the middle section, I'm going to show you some pictures, as I always do, what happened this week on our farm. But before we get to that, a few more dog treats, and then we get into the quail breeding stuff, because quail hatching season is starting now as well. But here we go. Hazel needed to be on a packaging, of course, because we love her so much, and we made a little cartoon style packaging. And originally I formulated this kind of treat for my dog, for Hazel. I want to feed her more natural. Yeah, Hazel, can you come? And then I show the people what I'm talking here, right? So natural food is important. So come up, please. Hazel, up. Excuse me, up. She doesn't like to come up on the couch. Okay, then I eat the treat myself. My treat then. Yeah, I eat it. I eat it. Then come up. Up. Good, good. Finally. Sit. Paw. Paw. Good. And lay down. Down, 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 down. Yeah. Here we go. Listen to the crunch. Nice and crunchy. And then I give her one more because, you know, we negotiated 4 treats for each show. So I don't want to hear any complaints later. So the crunch bites. There you go. And you stay. Huh? The crunch bites are made also with dehydrated quail meat. It's like a jerky, and for the extra crunch, we do put eggshell in there. Stay, Hazel. Eggshell from the quail, extra calcium, and as you can see, she listens perfectly to me. And so it's very rich in protein, a little bit of fat, of course, as well, and made here in the US on our family farms and approved by Hazel. Right, Hazel? Yeah. Yeah, she puts her paw on that. I hope you can see that there. Here she is. Whoop. So she definitely likes it. Since we are on the crunchy stuff, before we get into more of this, we gonna tell you something else we got in store. And that's the crunch sticks. Whoopsie. That's the wrong product. Here we go. Now, we really, you know, the quail have a happy life on our farm. In nature, they don't get really old because they have a lot of predators. On our farm, they get older, especially the hens. But if we have a hatch with a lot of roosters, we need to use the meat. So they have a happy life, one bad day, like everybody, right? And they have a spine. And that spine is nice and crunchy. It's about that size. Here with the statue, you can see that well. And the good thing is, yes, Hazel, the bones of quail don't splinter like they do with chicken. And therefore, we can use it as a safe pet treat. There's a little bit of fat on it, nice crunchy bone, and sometimes a little feather. But that's all good for your belly. Up, up. Excuse me. Up, Hazel. Oof. She's like, oof, up again. Sit and paw. Yeah, good girl. There you go. Did I drop it? Sorry. Do you hear that crunch? Ah, that's why they are called crunch sticks. Another one. Oh, yes. We like that. Yeah, you know where your water is over there, right? If you're thirsty. I put it there. Okay. Wanna give me a kiss? Kisses. 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 Kissy. Give kisses. No kisses for me today. I guess the salary negotiation early on was a bit too tough. And as always, when she gets a super treat she likes a lot, she takes off with it because I might take it back. I don't know. So the crunch sticks come in a pack of 10. I recommend feeding a whole one or break it apart like I did as a special training treat. Our vet told us last year that she has awesome teeth if I brush them every day. And I said, no, I just give her this. And the vet said, wow, amazing. Was happy with your teeth, the vet. I hope when we go this year, we always go around her birthday. Right? Yeah, in 2 months we have to go to the vet and get you checked out again. Yes. She's gonna be fine. I hope the vet doesn't say that I feed you too much. Well, we'll find out, I guess. More exercise, right? We do other things as well. We have little treats like the quail feet. I'll try to find them here. Oh, more stuff. Comes in a little pack like this. It's the feet of the quail, so that little stuff there. Great for bird dog training as well, but also cats like it as a little extra on top of their food, something nice where they can chew on for a while. And Hazel likes that too, but not now for you. Nah. We said 4 treats a show, not 10. Okay. Here we go. Another. Oh yeah, we have a multi-pack of them as well. So they come then in a big pack. There's around 60 of them in there. How many ounces? About 2.5 ounces. About 60 quail feet. Great for dog training as well. Bird dog training. Nice little training pack, right, Hazel? She's very focused on me right now. Can you turn around and show your lovely face to the customers? Turn around and stop. Well, at least we didn't knock over the camera. Okay. What's next? Oh, a treat for Hazel is next. Yes. We can do bigger birds here at Undique. And one bigger bird a farm has up in New York State is ducks. Ducks are nice and big birds, and we have duck hearts. It's a bit of a softer treat, not as crunchy, but still a premium treat made in the United States, as you can tell by Hazel's reaction. Yeah, Hazel, can you come up here? Up, I want to see you on the couch for this, and sit and paw. Good girl. Is that good? Yeah, it's a healthy, wholesome treat for a cold winter night, right? What would you say, Hazel? You like? Say yes. Okay, I think she likes it. Yeah, we do have a training kit as well specifically for bird dog training. So you get a wing in there, you get 5 sticks, and you get the tie of the quail as well, 5 of them. Nice discounted pack. Nice gift idea if you know somebody who goes hunting and they have a dog, get that for them. It's a great little gift idea. Okay, so before we get into the quail eggs section, let me show you guys what's new on the farm. So therefore I'm gonna switch over into my picture modus here. Here we are. What's new on the farm? What did we do the last couple of days here? Some pictures didn't synchronize from my phone. I don't know why. But we're gonna find out. And yeah, let's take a look what we were up to, Hazel and I, the last couple of days. So New Year's Eve was a bit stressful for Hazel, as you can see here. And I guess it's for your pets as well, right? Some pets just don't like fireworks, and Hazel was also a little bit hiding there. But for this picture, we put a little head on her when we were celebrating. But she was otherwise fine. We did shoot a little bit fireworks ourselves, just little sprinklers, not the big bangers. I don't like it when it makes a lot of noise for nothing, but a little bit light show is always nice for New Year. And the neighbors, they handled it the same way. So there was not big noise around. So Hazel was pretty relaxed for New Year. And so we had a good party. She had a good time. We had a good time. So I hope you guys also had a great celebration into the new year as well. We had a hatch going on today. Actually, I transferred them into the brooder, but the pictures didn't synchronize. I don't know why. Let me show you over here. Too many pictures. Boom, 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 boom. No, they didn't synchronize here either. That's why. Well, we went into New York City and all this good stuff, but let me switch back here to my other pictures. That one was earlier this, no, actually last month. That happens when you put quail eggs in your pocket, when you think, oh, I grab some quickly, and then you forget about it. Happens to all of us, I guess. Our quail meat, quail meat, no, this is the quail feed ball. Wonder if I have it here. I don't have it to highlight, but you see here our lovely white quail. I just highlighted the product below as well. We have hatching eggs from them as well. So we sell the eggs as eating eggs, but you can also actually incubate them, and then you get lovely birds yourself. Think about last year, January, February, March, the egg price for chicken went up like crazy. It's gonna happen again before Easter, I guess, unless Big Chicken has other things in mind. We'll find out, I guess, when you look in the store. But if you're thinking about getting your own birds, your own eggs, quail is a great option because they are easier to keep than chicken. They are not as loud. You can have them in a shed, in a garage, in an aviary. A quail would fly away. They are game birds, right? So they don't have a homing instinct like chicken have. So if quail need to be somehow protected from predators, so this modern cage system you see here is also a great idea. I like to hang our little mealworm feed ball in there. Those are English white, dotted English white birds. You see that little dot on top, the black one? Other than that, they are white, but they lay their lovely sparkly eggs. Hazel, want to show the eggs, how nice and sparkly they are? Look at them. And one quail egg is about 1/3 of a chicken egg, so you need three to four quail eggs to compensate for one chicken egg. What else did we do? So we were hatching this week. I was working a lot on the computer, getting ready for the new season, and I'm gonna show you guys now some of our offerings in our Amazon store. This is an older video, but I want to show it again because I think we're gonna get snow again. But this was the first snow we got here in New Jersey. So here's Hazel in action. Let's take a look.
So much snow, Hazy! Look at that! So much snow!
Hazel, come here, baby.
Hazy! Look at that! So pretty! Hazel! Hazel! What is it?
So yeah, Hazel always sticks her nose in the snow looking for a little mouse or something. It's very cute. Snow White is our English white bird as well. And I've highlighted down below also. We have the special edition with the black quail and the white quail. I wonder if I have a picture of the black one somewhere here. No, but I see Ruby. I want to show Ruby again. Sorry, that was our dog of the year 2025. We just decided this is the cutest dog in the world, and therefore it became our dog of the year. Ruby, thanks again for the lovely customer who sent us this picture. I have to look up the name again. Jose. Was the breeder for this dog. Cool. But actually Jim sent us the picture, and the lovely picture was made by Shelly Mack. I want to give credits here to the photographer. And here's Ruby in action. Isn't she cute? She was playing with our quail wing there. Let me highlight the wing again if you have just joined. Hi. The wing on the string, I guess, or it was one of our 1 pair or 2 pair packages. But she's a a German short-hair pointer, and obviously is in training now to become a bird dog with our wings. Somewhere here is the wing, I don't know, but look at that lovely dog. Ruby, you are definitely our dog of the year 2025. If you like to, be considered with your dog or cat to be our pet of the year 2026, on Amazon you can go contact, there's a customer service contact in there for Undique, contact seller as well. I show you where you find that, and we would be happy that you send us your picture, but also on our packaging you will find our contact details. And so if, with your permission, of course, we show the picture here. And here's a Ruby again. I wanted to show that because in our last show, the last show of the year, I'm not sure if I showed Ruby in detail as I do now. So she deserves it. Here's a hatch picture, and that's an older one, but the exact same thing happened today as well. I was very happy with the hatch rate. The birds are doing great. Here is a little birdie. That's how they look like when they come out, the English white. This one actually got red eyes. That's rare, and I try to eliminate that because it's not the healthiest. They need special light, the albino ones. And that's pretty much what happened on the farm this week in regards to pictures. I don't always take pictures when I clean and work with the birds, or mainly I spent most of the time actually in the office. So yeah, let's have a look what else we got in store, and then I show you guys our Amazon store where you can find the different things on our store. But as you have guessed it right, the main product of a quail farm is quail eggs. And if I don't break it, like this one here from last week's show, they come nice and well packaged to you guys. We have this subscribe and save option there, so you can decide if you want to get them in a certain cadence. And yeah, quail eggs are just full with vitamins and minerals. When you click on the product, you get more information, but let me just tell you, for example, vitamin B12, there is in a single egg 10% of the daily recommended value for an adult. So 10% of B12 is in one single egg. That's amazing. So if you think about it, you probably have 6 to 8 of them for breakfast. Some people, bodybuilders, they just shoot it raw. There's less risk of salmonella for quail eggs because their body temperature is higher, and we keep them in cages, so the eggs usually do not touch the poop at all because that falls through the other side and they roll out. But yeah, quail eggs are unique. There's a lot of vitamin D in there, zinc, antioxidants, which is great for the skin, I was told. I know a lady, she's allergic to chicken eggs. She is a nurse. She did check with the doctor and tried quail eggs, and she's not allergic to the proteins in the quail eggs, so she can have quail egg. But she has really the worst symptoms when she eats chicken eggs. So it's not medical advice, but if you're allergic to chicken eggs, maybe check with your doctor. Maybe it's an option for you. Hazel, my Daisel here, my chief treat tester, she gets a fresh quail egg every morning with her dinner. Ever since she gets it, I just think she's more active. She sometimes eats it with the shell, sometimes without the shell. Depends on which mood she's in, I guess. So yeah, the quail eggs is obviously our main product. Tiny cooking is a big trend, and therefore we have made also little quail egg holders. Let me show you on the bigger camera here. Here we go. So the egg fits perfectly into the holder. They come in white, blue, and black. So if you're planning on next weekend to have special soft-boiled eggs, that's your holder with our eggs there. Yeah, isn't it cute? And I know there's some quail breeders out there. They get really like cool. I get them too sometimes. Cool shaped with cool patterns. Sometimes a quail egg can look like a planet. and they like to hollow it out like I did with this one. We're gonna have empty eggs again for Easter. If you think about Easter decoration, order our eggs, blow them out, make a little hole on the top, blow it out, wash it out. It's awesome Easter decoration. And in our store, you actually find earrings as well. And what else we got in there? I have a sample here. From Utah, Kelly, she's a very talented quail farmer. She makes, for example, a chain like that as well. Sorry, this is just a little hook. But you get the idea. You can put the quail egg around your neck or earrings. She specially prepares them that they are preserved, not too heavy, especially for the earrings, but also sturdy if you drop them, that they don't break immediately. It's definitely a conversation starter if you have that. So I show you where you find that in our store in a second. Now, if it comes to incubation, a lot of people are using the hatching time or Chimuka incubators, the CT60 or CT120. There's also I use the CT180, and they come typically with a goose rail, which is that white little thingy here, and that is for goose eggs or chicken eggs. If you want to incubate in those incubator quail eggs, we have it for button quail and also for jumbo quail eggs. There's 13 jumbo quail eggs fit into this rack. So what you get is this rack here. We make that here on the farm, 3D print that, lasts forever. You can decide if you want to have one or multiple of them, right? And we have them for the jumbo quail eggs, which are a little bit bigger, and therefore we have 13 there, or 19 on the standard quail and button quail eggs. So let me show you what a button quail egg looks like. I did empty one here. I'm not gonna break it, I hope. Let's see. And here we go. We go to the laptop view. So that little rail here, let me highlight that down below. So that fits most eggs. This one is too tiny because it's a fairy egg, not a button egg. The last button egg I had, hollowed, is here. Let's see. Fits nicely in there. And this way you can incubate the button egg, standard quail eggs. The jumbo, you use the bigger one. So those rails, great for hatching season, is starting. We already have customers in Texas, in California, Florida, all over the place ordering eggs, and that's why I looked like I look today. I was shipping and packaging eggs all morning, and then I had to move the chicks into the brooder, and a lot of things were going on. Speaking of button quail eggs, so obviously we have the eggs, hatching eggs themselves. Right now discounted, so check it out. We have plenty of button quail eggs. They come from all directions as well. We have a big farm over in Texas who has a lot of buttons as well. So we ship it out of there. And if you need feeders for your button quail, we designed them as well. Those are the feeders, and they come in a pack of 2. So you can either place them nicely in the brooder if you just tie them there with a zip tie, or they are made also to fit into your cages. You can cut out if you use wire cages and put them in there, but they also fit perfectly into the grow out cage from hatching time, as well as the brooder, and that's why I designed them as well. So you can use them for the chicks as well as for the adult buttons. For layer cages, you don't need them. Now let's switch over to our website, and I show you what we did new on the, well, when I say website, I mean on Amazon, our storefront. Let's take a look there what we did. A lot of new things going on there in regards to our product listings, and here we are, and you get to see some of our farmers as well. Isn't that lovely? Here Eric and Nicole. And here we get started. So we have the Italian hatching eggs here as well. So we got a few left. And what else we got here? This Celadon, those are the blue ones. Great eggs as well. And here we see some Georgia Giants. But if I actually click on the hatching eggs, here we go. There is Bonnie from Florida. Here we go. There is the whole selection. So you see exactly the different counts, what we have. You can order multiple counts. As you can see, we are listed on Amazon here as a small business. But what I wanted to show you is the special edition, which I have highlighted now. But a lot of customers ordered last year the black and white quail. So we decided to do a bundle with them, and we send you 50% black hatching eggs and 50% white hatching eggs. So if you get a dozen of eggs from us, for example, then 6 of them is for black quail, 6 of them is for white quail. And we have different quantities there as well, so you can decide how many eggs you get. In regards to the eggs itself, a little disclaimer, like all breeders, we cannot guarantee the hatch rate because we don't know what incubator you're using, what happens to the eggs during shipment. And we do fertility testing on site by hatching every week ourselves because we need the chicks for our other products and local sales. So we know only when we are happy with our hatch rates here, if they are above 90% on our farm, then we actually ship them out as hatching eggs. Otherwise, we just make egg powder out of it or hatch them ourselves, or Hazel eats them all. Hazel likes eggs. So a huge collection here because we are a network of quail farms. We can bring all these different colors to you. Here are the buttons right now. Then let's take a look. Falbfies are very popular as well. But as well the pansies, calicos. It's a whole mess. I mean, there's so many colors, right? I don't want to sound like that guy from Forrest Gump who goes through the different variations of shrimp. But it is with quail the same way. You can raise them. You can have mixed colored flocks. For beginners, I recommend the brown type. But we have some new ones in here, like the Autumn Sparkly. Let's take a look at this one. Really, really great job what Joe and Dixie did here in perfecting this bird. Yeah, this one didn't had it so much when we took the pictures there. But no bird was injured during the photo shoot. I cut my finger, but that's a different story. That bird wanted to take off, but you see the lovely coloring there? Great bird. So those are new in store, the Autumn Sparkly. And we have our traditional ones, like the Red Range. And you can scroll through here. Obviously, there's no return on fresh products. So if in case kids are watching, please always check with your parents before you order something, because once we ship them, we can't refund that. So just as a note. But since I say that, quail, hatching them is a great project for you and your kids or grandkids, right? We have a lot of teachers, and we are very thankful that the teachers order quail eggs from us as well, who do that as classroom project. But you know, if you do homeschooling or if you just want to do a cool project with your kids, get some pets with benefits. That's what quail are a bit as well. They lay eggs, right, after 5 to 6 weeks. Sometimes if they're a late starter, maybe 8 weeks. Those little birds start laying eggs, and they lay them every day if they get enough light. And feed and water and have a nice environment to grow in. And we see here some Georgia Giants as well. So we have for every use case, I would say, the right quail. And the little chicks are cute, but remember, once they grow, they poop. And so therefore, make sure you have a great environment for them when you decide to hatch them out. But yeah, hatching season is in full swing. If you're in a state where it tends to be a little colder, like I am in New Jersey, Then obviously a few recommendations. We deliver the quail eggs with the US Postal Service because that's how we need to do it. And so don't look out for an Amazon driver. Look for your postman, your mailman. Any order over 12 eggs is shipped priority mail. You can check. You should know when your mail guy is dropping off your mail. Otherwise, find out. But you can also check online with the tracking number what day they should arrive. We recommend not to let the eggs sit overnight in a cold mailbox. So during transport, we have tested that with our packaging and we got reviews from customers. We have shipped during blizzards. Our packaging is keeping the heat for a while. And we have never heard anything about frozen eggs in the wintertime other than customers letting them sit in their mailbox overnight. And then, of course, they might freeze in there. And that's not great for hatching. For fresh eggs, okay, then you have some frozen eggs. You can still eat them when you defrost them. But for hatching, they should not freeze. And therefore, we recommend retrieve them from your mailbox as soon as they get there. Or grab it from your mailman. We can't put a hold on in the post office on the packages because we don't have your phone number that they can call you. So therefore, just make sure that you know when they arrive. You can also contact me once you have placed your order and ask for the tracking number. I'm happy to provide that information. And then keep an eye on the delivery that they go straight then from the outdoors in the indoors. Let them rest a little bit. Especially in the winter time, that there's no condensation building up on the egg. The summer, a lot of people say let them rest 24 hours. In the summer, I don't care about that. Honestly, they go straight in the incubator. But in the winter, it's really important because from the temperature change from outside to inside, you want to make sure no water builds up on the egg because water could penetrate the egg and introduce bacteria. We don't want that. So let them sit on room temperature for a couple of hours and then put them in your incubator. Order your incubator first, eggs, once you have tested your incubator, right? Sometimes this technical stuff has electronics in there, can fail, and then if you get your eggs and then your incubator is not working, we can't take them back. And that's just how it works. So a few tips for beginners out there. If you want to beat the eggflation, I hope we don't gonna have an eggflation this year with the chicken eggs, but we're gonna find out. But yeah, quail eggs are every day a great treat, especially around Easter. So we are busy now preparing for the Easter season as well. Hazel, you wanna come and get some more treats? I own you one more before we close out here. Let's see. Hazel. Okay, I guess she's still mad with me. Otherwise, normally she comes to say goodbye. Hazel. That always works. Does it work with your pet too? So yeah, hatching season in full swing. Before we close out, you can always find more information on our Amazon page. If you click on any products below, we have videos. We have... What else we have, Hazel? Thanks for coming, by the way. Yeah. What? Are we still mad with each other? I told you 4 treats. Now I want to give you a treat and you are snoozing over there. I mean, people are watching. It's live. It's not pre-recorded or anything. It's hard to work live with animals, I tell you that. Hazel, come up and say goodbye to the people and then you get your treat. Okay? Come. Up. Up. She really doesn't like this couch. Come, lay down. You fluffy girl. Good girl. Okay. It's definitely her on the picture, isn't it? So, Hazel and I would like to, welcome you in the new year. We try to be live every Monday, 7:30 Eastern. If we are not fighting with each other, we try to be on time. Summertime, we might do a little different schedule when we go camping, but we'll let you know. I hope you guys have a great start into this week, a great start into the new year. Please leave us a like and a follow because we are hardworking pets and people here at Undique. And yeah, you support not just my family business, but also the other farmers in Georgia, Texas, New York, and so on. So everything you have seen today is made or laid in the United States. Thank you guys for watching. Leave us a follow, then your app will give you a little notification next week, Monday, when we are back online again. Other than that, yeah, have a great evening and see you around. So, actually, for our viewers on YouTube, we're gonna do now always a little special edition. And so, thanks for holding on. We're gonna show you guys what's new on Quail OS. So let's get into that. And therefore, I'm gonna switch over to my browser. And if you give me 1 second, I'm gonna share that with you. I just need to make sure I show you the right stuff here. And then we get into Quail OS. Super, and it is ready here. Okay, Quail OS. I'm here on my demo system, so please don't use that. You go on quailos.com. That leads you to the login screen, and you can sign up there for free if you don't have yet a login. But what is actually Quail OS and why we made it? And so I give you a little rundown here. So if you already have quail yourself, or chicken, or turkeys, if you have it as a hobby, or if you want to do it as a business like I do, this tool helps you to keep track of your quail, your expenses for the quail, your hatches, your bird inventory, your flocks management, basically all this good stuff. So I do quail now over 5 years as a business, and we had internal systems before, and we used certain things, and now I decided I used to be a software developer when I was 10 years old. I was already coding stuff. Back then it was computer games. Since I didn't invent PayPal like this other guy from South Africa, I figured the Austrian guy makes Quail OS. And so quailos.com, I bring that to you here, and you can use it for free. It's a free tier, the bronze tier, and there's no limitations on it. Anything which costs money, it shows you there, and you're welcome to upgrade if you want to have more functionality or better pricing on shipping if you decide to ship birds or eggs yourself, or if you ship other products, if you're in another business. We have a really cool shipping system in here. So let's get started. What it does, you have a dashboard here, and you see it already here. You have some quick buttons. It's not just a web app. You can use the same thing on your mobile phone. So let me switch over here and see if it pops up for you guys. Oh, no, it doesn't, but you get the idea. When you scroll down here, you can install it like an app for your Apple or for your Android device. So you go on quailos.com. You won't find it in the Apple Store or Android Play Store. You have to go in your browser on quailos.com, click that button, and then you see the instructions how to install it on your phone. I like to use it on the computer because I'm 45 and my eyes are not the best anymore, so I like it on a bigger screen. So you have here your egg production. So when I go out collect eggs, I can log it here depending on what I collect. For example, celadon eggs, put in how many eggs I collected, hit the save button, and it's tracked in here. This is later being used for your inventory. It's being used for the egg forecast, so we can actually make a forecast based on how many eggs you collected in the past. A lot of functionality. Hatch tracking, it does what it says. You put in how many eggs you set, how many chicks hatched. It calculates your hatch rate. We do have hatch reminders as well. If you enable the text messaging functionality, then you get reminders. So you can just track your hatch rate here and see what's going on with your birds. So you see I have here some chicken, I have here some quail. So that's great. Once your birds hatched, you can move them here. There's normally a blue button. Let me have these chicks hatching here. So let's say bad hatch rate, whatever. Those chicks hatch. Once they are hatched, you can move them with a click of a button into your bird inventory, and then they live over there. Here are the 200 hatched quail now. It tells you, based on the hatch date, how old they are, their status, are they alive or did they go to freezer camp, and where you got them. So we're gonna program a bit more functionality in regards to flock health and things like that in here. We have already feed consumption, so you can put in here as well your estimated feed consumption for that group of birds, flock or covey, whatever you call that. And that bird inventory, obviously we have then the feed inventory. So if you go shopping for feed, you can track that here. With the status, you can say, okay, did you use it already or not? If you go over an icon, it gives you a little help text as well. And in the feed management itself, then based on the birds and the feed, we calculate how much feed you got left. I was running out of feed twice because I was not checking on it, and yeah, it's not great when you run out of feed. Here you get an estimate when you run low, and you get a little warning here, so you can shop for more. When the quail have their end of life, you can track it here as well. When you process them, that runs into your inventory as well, so you know exactly how many birds you got. If you sell them or use them yourself for your own pets or for your own consumption, that feeds into the inventory here. Here you can adjust the inventory and see the history of it and so on. Time tracking, if you do it as a business, you want to know, okay, how much time I put into it, how much money I make. You can track that time here. Today I did some office work. Here we go. Yeah, probably 10 hours. And hit save. And this goes all into the reporting. Next things, some are easy to explain. Customers, vendors, you can track that there. Customers, we did some new stuff that you can sync from your online store, your customers into Quail OS. Then you can use it for email marketing. We have now, for the free tier, you can send 1,000 emails for free, built in, synchronized with a software called Plunk. And so you see there, did they subscribe for marketing or not? And in the marketing tab, you can send those emails. Ship online orders. So this is where you see your online store orders. If you use Shopify, Wix, Square, eBay, Amazon, Target Plus, Walmart. I think that's all the online stores we currently support. If you use something we don't support, then please use the help function down here. In help and support, leave a ticket, tell us what you use, and then we can develop that for you, and then you can integrate your store in here as well. We have drop shipping functionality as well for diamond level farms. They can actually assign it to a partner farm if they want to. The partner farm can be silver, gold tier as well. That's fine. So you synchronize your stores, you see your orders in here. You can then top up here for the shipping label. They need to be paid. You put in here your dimensions and your weight of the order. You hit get rates. What we automatically do as well is we show you a weather forecast. So if you do live bird shipping, you can see what's the weather at the destination, right? Helps for eggs, helps for live birds. You see exactly what's the weather forecast at your customer's address. This is being saved as well when we generate the label. And we can do that here. So you can choose here between Ground Advantage or Priority Mail. If you don't always want to see the priority option, you can click that, and here's Priority Mail Express for live bird shipping, for example. So you can toggle that on and off to see Express or not, or UPS. And then when you're ready with your selection, you're happy with that, then you can buy the label. And here we go. Here is the label, and you can print it here. You can download it here. You can send, if you have text messaging enabled, you can send it to the tracking number to your customer. if they have entered in the order the mobile phone number, then you can actually send that to your customer here as well. Via text message. Text message is shown much faster than, and there's usually no spam filters for that, so you can, quickly inform your customer here. Once you're happy here with it, you can just close and finish that. And now this went into your shipped orders, and you can see there, we have here the weather in there as well. If the customer comes back and say, oh, my eggs got frozen, you can look back here and say, well, it was actually not really freezing when we delivered it, but according to the forecast, whatever. We have, a ton of functionality in here. Try it out. For Shopify, you need help with the setup, so just open a support ticket and we jump on a quick call and I help you to get that done for you, get that integrated. It's just 5 minutes, but it's a bit complicated, so we are happy to assist you there. You can schedule an USPS pickup here. Here's the store configuration, all that good stuff. Ton of different functionality. What is new since we launched? We have here your marketing. There is the marketing email. That needs to be hooked up with the email provider we are using. There is all the instructions in the setting. We have some templates in here as well, or you can just start composing your email here, or you paste HTML in here. Use ChatGPT to help you to generate the email as you want it. Then you copy paste it in here. You can see a live preview. So I have here, for example, farm update, right? And then you see how the preview is here. So really, really easy to use. And it synchronizes here your customers. You can also send it to your vendors. Choose a subject, hit the send button, ready to go. Really, really, really easy to use. You can send a test to yourself first here. Make sure that you check it in your email, that you're happy with the design. And then when you're ready, send the campaign. There's a link in there to the other tool what we are using. So really, really great stuff. Text automatizations. This was some testing that failed. You can create automatizations here if you have a hatching rental business for schools or families, right? You can here select the customer. I just call it hatch reminder, for example. You can have here some steps and you say, okay, day 10. Oops, if I type correctly, day 10, time to candle your eggs, right? And then you can say, okay, if you set it up now, they should send it on day 10, and then day 15. Get the brooder ready. Lock your birds down. Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So you can pre-program that. You can copy that later and use that for other customers again as well. You can save that automatization up to 6 parts. And then you see here, once they are being sent, and here you can copy it or delete something. I did some tests here that failed. And then you get here the notification when that works. If you want to be in our directory as well, we have here the option. We have a farm directory. You see that later. That's public as well. So you can list your farm with your website, with a description here. You can, for customers who have, or farms who have hooked up their ship online orders, you can automatically request with our packaging slips a review in regards to the hatch rate. So the customers report back the hatch rate. It goes automatically in the system. You see that in the reporting, and you can proudly show that on your profile here, but also on your website, for example. Ton of other things. Canva, we still work on that. You have, if you don't have an online store and just occasionally need to ship something, you can do single shipping labels in here as well. You see our shipping rates here. They update automatically, or you just get the rates in here. Depending on what tier you're in, we have different pricing for the ship rates. Something a lot of people ask for, we have that now, is good egg, bad egg. So if you had issues with customer, with the credit card chargeback, or that their mail address was actually not available and the stuff came back, you have now the option to add them to your bad egg list that you get warned next time that customer orders on any of your online stores. And if you want to share that, of course, without giving away your name or the customer's name, but the address, if you want to share that bad experience with the community, you can enable that. But we have the same for good eggs as well, right? When we can automatically, if you want to import your customers here, and you can let other farms know, okay, that address, that's a good guy. And so that's how the risk management works. Our list is a little bigger than this after 5 years in business. We had some people try to scam us. You see a lot. And so we have already put them into the system as well. If you would ship to such an address, it pops up and gives you a warning in the shipping section on both shipping sections, the single shipping or the online order shipping. Supply opportunities. We like to work with farms, and as you've heard early on, we are right now in our network is around 14 farms who regularly supply us. In total, we have about 40 farms who send us their produce. Right now, we look for farms who can regularly supply elderberry cuttings or kumquats when they're in season, for Easter, hollowed quail eggs. So if you have eggs, you don't know what to do with them, send them to us. We look for quail wings. We look for pheasant wings as well. There's instructions if you have interest to sell your parts, your produce to us. This is where you go. You get the information, what we look for right now. And we have a financial dashboard where you see then when you get paid. And all the details are in here, so check it out. Speaking of financial stuff, we have an entire financial section in here where you can track your income from your farm stand, from your farmer's market. Same with expenses in here. And then in the end of the day, you get a profit and loss. You can look at it all time per year. You can generate a report and print that. Speaking of reports, ton of reports in here. You see here, depending on what time you look at, your own production, how many chicks you hatched, how many eggs you collected, your sales, your expenses, the egg forecast I mentioned early on, based on your egg collection from the last 12 weeks. Hatch success, your hatch rate. Obviously, those are made up numbers, so don't judge me on those. Customer hatch rates. So in the packaging slip, we can configure that. The customers get, if you have SMS texting enabled, then they get a text message as well. Or on the packaging slip with the QR code, customers can leave you a review, report their hatch rate as well. And you get feedback in here, and you can show that then on your website as well with this little code embedded on your website. And there's some configuration things in here. So check that out. Ton of more reporting. I don't want to go into every single one. It's a lot. In the settings, this is where you set up your farm. You can change your logo. You can change your subscription in here. If you're on the free plan, it stays free forever. We're still looking for a sponsor to keep it that way. We are optimistic that we get a great sponsor on board who will help us to keep this all for free. But if you want to upgrade, you can do that here, or downgrade as you wish. A few more settings in there. The integrations for the online stores live here as well. And so a lot of different settings. And yeah, that's in here. The partner network, check it out. You might not see much, but if you get invited by another farm and you want to ship for them, then you go in here. Or if you want to create your own partner network, check it out here. Or if you have questions, get in touch. We are help and support. If you want to have a little demonstration how it works before you upgrade to the diamond tier to be able to use that, happy to jump on the call there. A lot of things are in our academy now, and we are looking for you to share your knowledge as well. So we have a few courses in here. The how to navigate around or what you can do in Quail OS is here, and you can enroll here for free. Depending on what tier you are, you see here courses popping up. Let's have a look into this course, how it looks like. If you're new to Quail and you want to learn a bit, you can enroll here. And this is just the demo version. In the actual course, there is way more. And you see then a ton of different videos and material for you. So you can learn about Quail. And for example, but not just Quail. We look for people who want to teach here about chicken, turkey, anything about what people would like to learn on their homestead. You can teach that here. So if you want to become a tutor, check it out. We have a little course in there as well, how you can make a course. And you can sign up here, and then you upload your things and start earning. If you have expertise in a certain thing, we would like to hear from you, and you can activate that in here. The directory, this is the demo version here. So the actual directory, you see it on quailos.com. But you get the idea. You find all the different farms who already have opted in here to be on the directory. Library, here you find my book From Coop to Commerce, where I share actual numbers of being 5 years in business with Quail, mistakes I made, things I learned, all that good stuff. We share a ton of different things. This is, again, not everything in here in the demo version, but we have different videos, how to make certain products, and we will fill that more and more with live here in the library, things like which are really useful for your farm. Speaking of the future, you can shape the future of quailos.com by helping us with ideas as well. If you would love to have a certain functionality in here, you can get that here on the roadmap. The roadmap itself shows what has been already submitted, and we have these release notes here as well. Each time we make an update, we put in here a little note what's new, so you can check it out. And on the notification bell, if you watch this now on YouTube, please also leave us a like and a follow. That helps us too. But on this notification bell, we also inform you about updates. And if you want to see some updates here or have questions, you can see here some trainings. In the help and support, you can request a feature in here. You can submit a support ticket if you need help with something. And we get back to you. So that's all what is new in Quail OS. A ton of functionality. Look around in there. Check it out, guys. I hope it's useful to you. We try to keep everything we don't have to pay money for. We try to keep that free for you too. Anything else with the shipping labels, text messaging, that costs money. More than 1,000 emails a month costs a bit money too. That goes to another company, but they are great guys. They let us use at least a bit for free. So check that out. Yeah, if you have any suggestions, please leave that in the comments as well. Or best is go on quailos.com, right, and check it out there. So this is how it looks when you reach the website. I should switch to the right channel here, right? So here, that's how it looks like, quailos.com. When you get there, you can get started for free, and then it locks you in. In my case, if you already signed up for it, we have some cookies, yes, but if you're not logged in, you can go here and say get started for free. All we need is your name, your email address, and you choose a password, and you get started here. If you forgot your passport, don't travel now, your password, you can reset it here as well. And what else we have out here? Let me think. We have here the list of features as well. Let me get to that. Boom. Here's all the features. We add on to them as we speak. You can check out here the pricing. And yeah, and the directory is here. That's the live one. There's already some farms in here. So check it out. And yeah, if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Just check it out on quailos.com. And I thank you guys for watching today. Hazel and I go now and take a nap. It's late. Have a good rest of your week. See you guys. Bye.